Hello everybody, Drew here in the office. Girlfriend got called into work today, so I'm gonna try to pull a couple orders quickly while the baby's asleep and before the kids get home from a half a day. So it'll probably be a little iffy, and the garage is a mess because I did a bit of a thrift run, and I'm gonna have a thrifting haul video. Might be at the end of this one, but it was a bit long, so I might split that up into 2 videos. But either way, let's see if I can get some work done before the baby wakes up. Okay, sales day. Not fantastic, but definitely I wouldn't in no way call it a bad one. First up, same buyer bought 2 of the same thing for me, just a couple different versions of it. It's vintage Tupperware pickle keeper. So she bought 2 of those from me. I will combine the shipping on them, but looks like this. It's got a little insert in it, so you don't gotta dip your hands in the pickle juice. And let's see, that one, and where's the other one? The other one is, because I know where stuff is now, is in B3. So B3. B3. There we go. Easy peasy. Got her. Yeah, they're kind of the same. You could mix and match them and flip them around and get them to actually look the same, or you could do 2 opposite, whatever you feel. But those were $7.99 plus shipping each, so that'll end up being those will both ship USPS minimum cost. So because I think even together it'll still be under £1. But I don't like to ship things that are close to £1 first class, because the difference in price between something that's 15 ounces first class and USPS first class for me is pennies. So why not get the added insurance and stuff? Wow, I look tired. Dad needs a little more sleep. Next up, I'm not gonna pull it because it weighs 100 and something pounds, but I sold a set of encyclopedias. Bing! Right there. I'll have my thoughts on selling encyclopedia sets at the end of the video. Like I said, I might split this up into 2 videos, but if I have time, if I quit rambling so much, I'm going to tell you how I feel about selling encyclopedias at the end. My thoughts on that. Next up after that, oh, and that sold $149.99 free shipping, but that'll be media mail, so it'll still be a lot of shipping. And I had to split it into 3 boxes because there is a max poundage on all types of shipping. Medium mail max poundage is 70 pounds. The 3 boxes are like 35 each, and I can't imagine asking my mail carrier, my standard USPS mail carrier, to carry a 70-pound box. So I put it in 3 boxes. Next up, a Corningware A3B3 casserole dish, no lid, Spice of Life. Let me see what size this is. I have a couple of them. A3B3. That is on B2. B2. Easy peasy. I'm liking this organization thing. I should have done this a long time ago. It's a big one right there. Real nice condition. Not one of the better patterns as far as Corning and Corel and all those, Pyrex, all that conglomerate of a company, but $19.99 plus shipping on that. Next up after that is a measly sale. It's 2 Atari games, $5.99 free shipping. So that, I said in a previous video, that was one of those things where I was too deep into shipping individual games to back out of it, but even as I was doing it, I was like, this is dumb. This is a colossal waste of time. So we have, Rubber Band Together, Combat and Star Raider. They'll ship first class, pretty cheap. Throw them in an envelope. Those are very sturdy. Atari games, there's not any fancy components to them, so you can't really, it's not going to get jostled as long as something doesn't really smash on top of them. I might throw it in a small box, but I think padded envelope will be just fine. After that, AT&T DECT 6.0 cordless phone. Another cordless phone. So that was actually a good idea. I was about to trash all these cordless phones that just didn't have value, but then I decided to just list the handsets, and I've sold 3 in a few days. So double check. That seems to match up. I'll triple check before I pack it just in case. And then last up, took an offer on this. This was a shot in the dark kind of thing. It's a realistic CD 2400. I saw it on the shelf. It looked like an interesting CD player. I couldn't find any comps, not on WorthPoint or anything. So, or Terapeak, definitely not on eBay recent. So I shot kind of high. I think I had 120 bucks on it. They sent me an offer of $90. Pff, I'll take that all day. So realistic CD player. It's got a cool look to it, I think. If I can one hand this, not a big one, but right there. It's got a pretty cool look to it if I can get in a good spot here. Nothing super fancy, but the buyer wanted it. So 90 bucks plus shipping, that is going out. And that's all for sales today. Actually was able to get all that before I hear a baby crying in the background. So I'm going to pack these up, and then I'll let you know my thoughts on shipping encyclopedias. Okay, so I got everything packed up and sent off to the post office. I'm going to do some listing here for the rest of the day, but figure I'd wrap up my thoughts on encyclopedias. As I talk, I'll post some examples of good encyclopedias to sell, or ones I would find worth selling. Not ones I've personally sold, but in the realm of what I would find sellable. The one I specifically sold right here, would I do that one again? Probably not. Yeah, so it sold for $150, free shipping. It's media mail, so wherever it was sent to, the shipping was going to be relatively the same. But what happens is media mail has a maximum shipping, just like every other, maximum shipping dimensions, maximum shipping weight, just like every other priority, FedEx, everything has a maximum that you can send. And with media mail, it's shockingly high. It's 70 pounds, which 70 pounds is a lot of weight. So I didn't want to do that because, for one, I have no ability to keep that box together at 70 pounds. You know, that's just a lot of weight to, if it jostles around at all, because you can't really hurt the books too much as long as they're packed in there tight. So what I did is I put it in 3 boxes, and it ended up being media mail 2380, 2272, and 2326 for a total of $69.78 in shipping. Now, how I did that was I took the largest one, did that through eBay. eBay does not give a discount on media mail. You don't, on any site, you don't get a discounted media mail rate. Media mail rate is the same no matter where you buy it, post office, online. But for ease of myself, be able to print it off on my Rollo printer, I went the biggest one through eBay. Then the next 2, I just copy and pasted the lady's address and information on Pirate Ship, and then repeated the process. It makes sense to do it that way to me, because A, I get to print it at home, and B, once you've entered in an address in Pirate Ship with your own account, that address saves. So you just type in the first couple letters of their name, auto fills the rest of it. So that's a little tip for myself. I didn't know it did that. So that's good to know going forward. So what that ends up being, $150, well, $149.99, but for easy math, $150. I paid 15 bucks for them. So that gets me down to $135. Then I had $69.78 in shipping. That gets me to $65.22. That's before shipping supplies. That's before eBay fees. So I'm looking at $55-ish, somewhere around that for profit. It took listing. I packed them as soon as I listed them, because then I put them off in storage, because I figured, well, if I got to sit on these for a while, I don't want to keep moving them. Actually, it took about 3 weeks. So still, that's how I would do it going forward, but a lot quicker than I expected. Packing, listing, having to print up 3 labels, having to make 3 trips with a basically 40-pound box into the post office, plus my other packages. So that's 4 trips in the post office. I'm looking at about 2 hours time to make about $55. Now, for me, that is not worth it. So this specific encyclopedia, I would not do again. But would I do encyclopedias again? Yes. There are ones with much higher value. Also, they're not all full Encyclopedia Britannica, Americana, whatever, all the other versions you have, where you have 120 pounds of books. Some of them are much smaller. and they have maybe roughly the same value, but they all will fit in one box, or they all will add up to a weight that isn't astronomical and a pain in the butt to pack, and I don't have to pack them before. I can put them on a shelf. I actually have a couple more listed currently that I'll put here and here. So you can have kind of a little bit of a comparison there. But yeah, so encyclopedias, pre-pack them. Make sure the value is going to be worth your time, because, you know, you see a price point of $150. Wow, that's a good sale, you know, for something I paid 15 bucks for. But then you break down the shipping, which to ship 120 pounds and it costs 70 bucks, that's still a steal comparatively to, I mean, say you sent that FedEx or any other service, that's going to be way, way higher. Make sure you pack them ahead of time. Make sure there's the value in them to list them, and make sure you have a place for them, because you don't want to have to move pounds of books every single day. So that's my overall thoughts on selling encyclopedias and reference guides as well. I would put in that same, any chronological or numerical reference guide of any kind. I would put those all in an overarching group. But that's my thoughts on them. That's going to be all for the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, or you found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. That's okay. Let me know what I did wrong, what I did right, what you would have done different in the comments below. If you like what I do on this channel, go ahead and subscribe to it. Let your friends know about it. Share it on Facebook or whatever service you like to share stuff on. And hit the bell icon to let you know when my videos drop. And be good to each other.